Thank you very much for inviting me to speak today. I'm honored to be on the same panel with such outstanding public servants. I've just returned this past weekend from a tour across the Middle East. During the trip, I met with a number of senior political leaders and military officials. At every meeting, at the top of the agenda was Iran, the threat it poses to stability in the region, its support for terrorism, and what might be done to halt its nuclear weapons program. Now, these days, most of the attention on Iran in the region and in the media focuses on its nuclear weapons ambitions, and rightly so. In addition to Iran's nuclear weapons program and its support for terrorism, a third topic that arose on the trip was the nature of the Islamic Republic itself. Now, frankly, less attention is paid to this topic these days. Let me quote from a CIA report from last year that described the Iranian regime in the following terms at this moment. Strengthened conservative control will limit opportunities for reformers to participate in politics or organize opposition. The regime will work to marginalize opposition elites, disrupt or intimidate efforts to organize dissent, and use force to put down unrest, slowing some projects and programs and contributing to Iran's economic slowdown. But their assessment is that even stricter economic sanctions by themselves will not bring down the government. So a useful starting point when we look at Iran is that we need a huge dose of humility at how poor we are at predicting popular uprisings. So I think it is entirely possible that the official U.S. view is wrong, and that we may see a resurgence of the opposition movement in the coming years, maybe even sooner. What we witnessed in 2008-2009 may be only the first phase of this opposition, not the final phase. None of the key issues from the June 2009 election have been resolved. Not the best economic model for Iran, not the Islamic nature of the regime and the proper role for religious authority, and not even the outcome of the election itself. All of these issues continue to fester. It's also worth noting that Iran still has an educated and restless middle class. And Iran has millions of young people. Approximately 70% of the population, as you well know, are under the age of 30 years old. These young people have access to the Internet daily. This is not a society that wants to be associated with a regime that stones women to death. So if there is going to be another wave of protests, what might be the trigger? My point here is that we can't know for sure, but it would be mistaken to think that the status quo will hold forever. Finally, is there anything that the United States can do to assist the opposition? Let me offer a few ideas. The Obama administration should continue to tighten the economic noose around this regime and lobby other governments to do the same. Last week, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton announced that the sanctions were having an impact on Iran's economic behavior. The administration needs to continue and intensify these efforts. Second, the United States needs to target its criticism at Iranian leaders and policies, and not at the Iranian nation. Efforts to expose corruption at the highest levels would be an example of what I have in mind. But more broadly, the Obama administration needs to talk up and take up the banner of human rights and democracy, and at the very least give greater rhetorical support to the opposition movement. A good first step would be delisting the MEK. And third, we need to promote free access to the Internet and the free flow of information from outside Iran and especially within Iran. And I'm talking about Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, and all the other technologies that Jim Woolsey mentioned earlier. We've all seen the impact that these technologies can have when they're aligned with the forces of freedom. My sense is that many Iranians want to be part of the international community. They want to be integrated more closely into the economic dynamism of the region, and they want to become full members of the 21st century. We need to do more to help them. Thank you.